Hello everyone, Revan Magus here, welcoming you back to another tier list. Yes, today we are going to be doing Persona 3, 4, 5, the top girls. I played through some of them, but most of them are just going to be doing based off of looks again. So join me. Okay, so first off we got Aegis. Man, trying to remember much about her. I know she's like robotic. So let's take a quick look. Alright, definitely very like robotic style, not really too exciting looking. I mean, looks normal. How do you look in later ones? Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna definitely say, except for the P3D, she's kind of eh. So I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna put her down here as an E. And I'm going to be jumping around as I do this list, just as I grab some, see them, that kind of thing. So we got Mary. I like her look. She's kind of got that traditional Japanese look to her. It's really good. I like it all over. Like the cool blue hat. I know she's one of the Velvet Room girls, but I don't remember much about her outside of that. Yeah, I like her. I like the pinstripe socks. I like the high boots, kind of the goth, very girl you'd see in high school kind of look. I like her. I'm gonna put her as an A. All right, we got Chihiro. That's her name. She was in 3. I thought she was also in 4, but I don't believe she actually. Oh, she was actually. She made a brief cameo. I liked her. I mean, very plain Jane-esque girl you would, you know, hang out with. Student council, very okay. You don't really get to see too much of her outside of this, so you don't really get a good feel of what she's like. Overall, okay. I'm gonna put her as, I'll go C, very middle run of the road. Alright, so we got the female protagonist from Persona 3. I believe this was only on the portable version. I do not think they added her into any of the other ones. She's alright looking. Very similar to like any of the main characters. She doesn't have much of a personality. It's also, she just kind of slotted in to have more of a basic look to her. Like, she's definitely one of the characters that I really can't think of anything kind of unique about her. Like, at least the main character had blue hair, kind of was that like more emo kid look to him. So she's kind of alright. What is her Q2? I think overall, not bad, just average. I'm gonna put her as a C. Fuka from Persona 3 as well. I don't really remember too much about her. I know she comes in a lot later into the main storyline, and she was honestly just kind of there throughout the game. I believe she was picked on a lot in the game. I think that was like her main deal. She kind of had this Gyaru looking girl that was her friend. She didn't really, yeah, see, she really didn't do anything for me looks wise, at least with like the Persona 4 Arena look that they gave her. Definitely very homely looking. I like her. But I think what we'll go off of oh boy, live action version, not good. Let's go with like her just traditional. I think this is the one that we need to kind of stick with. The problem with Persona 3 in general is all of the girls kind of have this very school military look to them, so it kind of makes it a little bit hard to judge them outside of that. The pop of blue isn't bad. The waist high socks, not bad either. I think I'm going to put her as a B. Okay, so next up we got Yukiko. I think this is the friend of the other girl that like they kind of pick on her a little bit, or this is her friend. I cannot remember. It's been a very, very long time since I've actually played through Persona 3. And I did not get all the way to the end, so I don't remember like a lot of it. once again, Persona 3, military look. Very basic school uniform, if you were in a military school. Her look is just kind of very basic, very plain, there's no good contrast, nothing with it, so I'm gonna go with the C. Alright, now this is Yukari. Ah man, I like Yukari. I actually really liked her in Persona 3 a lot. I believe she's the second character you get outside of the other guy. I can't remember his name. Junbei? Maybe that might be his name. Her persona is kind of cool. I like her. I like her intro. I liked everything about her. I like her look. It's the military look again, but she has the pink added in. Contrasting with the white socks that a lot of them have, she has black ones. Let's see, what does your other looks look like real quick? Your live action isn't even bad. Cute. That's cute. Oh, that's awful. The arena look, I forgot about that. I do like the dancing version too. I think she's definitely kind of one of the cuter girls, I think, in the game. I think like just the look of her interactions, everything with her. I like the way she looks. I definitely think she's pretty attractive comparatively, so I think she's definitely a high A. Alright, another girl from the portable version, Sayori. I don't know, I don't really like her at all, to be honest. She just doesn't really have anything attributing to her. She's another character, everything's very basic, very plain, very like one tone. Honestly, this is a character, I mean, her personality could be great in the actual game, but overall it's the gray eyes, the kind of brownish colored, very dark hair, along with the military uniform, does not work for me. As such, I'm going to put her as an E as well. Okay, see, this is a lot better. What is her name? Reow? Reow. Wow, I don't know what I was seeing. I have to say, I like this design. It's in contrast to like half the other characters in Persona 3. She actually has kind of a very sporty look to her. I'd assume this would be kind of a character that is more in the athletics. Okay, her arcana is the chariot, so I'm gonna give it, like, I would bet tennis. I would bet that's kind of like, she's definitely rocking that kind of a vibe. So I think overall it works. It's not great. Once again, the very plain palette style, but I could give it a solid B. Okay, now this is the girl I remember as soon as she came into the game. I was like, oh boy. The red hair, the dominating look, everything, every scene with her is definitely more vibrant in the sense that she is very in control throughout the game, it seems like. I like the style look of her, all the poise that she has. Every scene they do with her, it gives off this very commanding look. Even like the live action version does. I remember the Persona 4 arena version. She had probably the coolest style. Her style was absolutely amazing with it. I thought this was the coolest look. Everything with her as a character was pretty awesome. I mean, like, that's an S right there. Medus. I don't know this character. I think she is in Persona 3 Fez. I'm pretty sure she's like Aegis's sister, something along that line. Honestly, this is like a character you have to look at from like the legs, the feet are creepy as hell. Like everything's to a point. It's kind of this Egyptian god look to it. There's the offsetting color scheme with the one arm being white, the one arm being darker. It's not bad. It's better than some of the other characters in 3, but still. Yeah. I think she's a solid B. Her color is pretty cool. The stuff with it is a little bit neater. Definitely an interesting look. So I'm jumping over to Margaret. I believe she was in 4. She was also in the portable version, I believe a little bit. She might have been an optional boss. I don't really remember too much. I had the portable version, I just never really played it. This is the standard Velvet Room assistant look. It is the blue like dress style or blue button down if you're Theodore, I believe. The male version of this. I did like the look of her like hair. It was at least slightly different. She had the most mature older sister look to her. I liked it. I thought she was a cool character. She has a definite look to her. It's that very businesswoman attire. Not bad. Definitely not bad. As such, I would put that as an A. The Velvet ones do kind of sit with me pretty well. I mean, we've got 2 as A's in the Velvet already. Oh boy, here we go again. Another Velvet room. This is Elizabeth. Is there any other? Nope. You know, I'm gonna stick with this one. Yeah. Elizabeth's kind of one of those interesting characters. Once again, our Velvet room, the blue dress. I actually like her better than Margaret in the sense her design was interesting compared to some of the other ones. Like the other ones went with it. Hers was more fun, I guess, in the way. It was kind of like less functional, but more fun with the gloves, that kind of stuff. Overall, I thought she was a good Velvet Room attendant. I liked her, or assistant. I would say, based on her looks, based on like the overall style of her, I think she's pretty good. I would put her as like a solid S. Solid S right there. See? Boom. Alright. We're skipping around to 4 again. We got Rhys. I remember her being super weird. She was like a pop idol or something in the game. And I liked her. Overall, her voice and stuff I remember annoyed me. Not a bad character design, not really great. It's another one of those, it's just eh. And a lot of it just comes down to like, there's not a lot of variety. I know in her dance version, yeah, she gets a little bit. This is still pretty bad except for the Space Invaders theme going on, but overall, eh. It sucks because yeah. And in the anime, I know she was terrible. I say she is, I'm gonna put her down as the D. Not great, not really, eh. Oh my gosh, this is the one I need to like remove myself from the fact this was the girl I went after in Persona 4 all the time, Yukiko. I liked her so much in the game. She was probably, in my mind, I thought she was the most interesting character next to Chie, but I liked her a lot. This girl, I like the black on red. When you have different color schemes, a lot of them like black, red go well together. You have things like purple, yellow go well together. And this is a very good color scheme mixed together. It's that more of an ominous look normally that you would associate with a villain, but it works with her really well. Just the traditional style of even incorporating it into the headband with a little bit of splash of yellow works out pretty well for her. Her facial characteristics are also unusually, like with Persona games and such, Asian characters tend to look more white. They tend to have more of that like American Western standards associated with them. Whereas Yukiko is actually more of like a traditional look to her. It definitely has more of the Japanese influence to it. So I actually really like Yukiko. I would say solid S just because. So I threw her name out before. This is Chie. Her entire shtick is that she is into martial arts. She's a fist-to-fist fighter throughout the game. She comes off as very brash, I do remember that. But based strictly on looks, to be honest, this is a character that I don't understand what look they are going for. She's got very, like, her shoes have, like, weirdness to them. The socks are kind of there. Her jacket's just like, we needed color thrown in. There's really not a sense of design purpose in my mind. I do want to see what her... Yeah, see. Very martial arts focused. What is your arena? Your arena one is the same. Even, like, her dancing version is very similar. She just has a different shirt on under. They didn't really go too far out with her. I like the character if we were basing this strictly on personality mixed in with it. I think she would be higher ranking. As such, C. Thankfully, no one's had to touch the F1. I say that and I did not remember this girl in 4 at all. Arrey, I don't really remember what she did. I hate the character design though. It's so matronly to begin with. That's the main problem. Yeah, I don't really remember anything about her. From where her eyebrows are to the tip of like where her hair starts is not doing her any justice. It's a very large margin. It gives her a lot of forehead space, which is unfortunate. Everything about this character kind of reminds me of she just came back from a funeral. And it is honestly a just terrible, terrible design all around. I know I said I wasn't, but F is already... Yeah. Ah yes, Yumi. This was the other girl I really liked. I liked her personality in 4. I actually liked her storyline, I believe was pretty interesting. Overall though, this is a very minor character in persona look. And what I mean by that is you see them in their traditional school uniforms, and that is about as far as you get. There's not much more to it. Once again, she has where they took more of the Eastern influences on the character design as opposed to like the Western ones that you tend to get. So I actually really do like the character in that sense. But overall, the black hair on the black uniform, on the black skirt, and then the traditional shoes, it's just all kind of the same. Facial wise, there's nothing really outstanding about her. Yumi, I mean, she's a C. It's a C. Sayoko. She works at the hospital, I remember. And there's a whole thing that I believe your character believes she's a ghost in the game. Take that out of the entire equation, though. We're not going with that. This is supposed to be, in like most of the Persona games, there is this kind of sultry looking girl, usually, thrown in there. And she's got the traditional like little dimple, you might not be able to see it, on her like face. Overall, she's like a really attractive character in the sense of like a nurse look. The costume is very nurse-like. Her look is very okay. I'd rank it a little bit better than some of the other ones just because she's got a little bit of extra flair. Yeah, see? I like her actual... I've never actually seen this. I don't know. This was concept art. That's why. Oh, and the anime version. Yeah, she's actually pretty good. I forgot about how... Yeah, I like her. She does have the little not blemish, mole on her mouth to give her that kind of femme fatale. I'll put her as... I'm gonna put her as a B. Oh, I forgot about this girl. This is I believe is her name. I know she was kind of the one I was like, I hate this character. She's very like not, what am I thinking? She's very, not money driven, she's very materialistic. She's hilarious in the anime, but she threatens to throw herself off a building at one point. The look of her, it's alright. This one's like a little bit better, but definitely I think is her traditional look, once again, kind of awful. I'm gonna put her as a D, just for the fact I hate her. So, oh my gosh, this is Naoto. She is the one character in the game that portrays herself as a detective and also kind of has more of the masculine look to her. The traditional pants, the cuffed leggings, the jacket. The only really big flair about her is the hat. Now in the anime, she gets a couple of other scenes. I doubt they're in it. Oh, yeah, she gets a little bit from the arena version. They switched it up a little bit to plaid leggings. Yeah, it's very kind of that masculine look. I was kind of hoping there would be the hilarious scene from the anime, but I don't think there's going to be. No. So, in the traditional sense, it's more of a take on like cross-dressing. I guess that would be the best way. I mean, like even this, it's supposed to be very androgynous. The actual look is well worn. It does give the sense of like a detective, even though it's the uniform that everybody else has. And it works in a slight sense. Overall, I do like her design. I do think throughout the game she grows as a character, but honestly, I'm just like, with her look-wise. It's a tomboy. Alright, now this is where they stretch their wings a little bit. You got a little bit more of the interesting characters with Persona 5. Persona 5, I liked the design of the characters 10 times more. You will get a little bit of interest in the sense they're going to have more of a... They have two different costumes to begin with, most of them. If their main character especially. You've got her version, and then you've got her like... Phantom Thieves? I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I liked her. Actually, Anne is one of my favorite looking ones. The way she's, like, everything with her character, it's that cat. She's got the American look to her. She's got the preppy school look. I like it a lot. That is horrifying. That looks like a cheap costume from the Halloween store. Yeah, I like her look. I like her design. I like the eye coloring. I like the... Let's go really far out with like her design and have the sense of like the traditional what we think like an American schoolgirl would look like. And then her Phantom version is pretty awesome. Yeah, overall I like Anne's probably one of my favorite characters, looks wise. So unfortunately they didn't have her on the list. I know this will be asked Kasumi. I like her a lot too. I would probably put her as an S. Just throwing that in there. I know she's not on the actual chart. So. See, this is tough. I like Makoto's look too. The braiding in the hair works well. You still have like kind of a traditional school look to her. But you have that opposite side of adding a little bit more. I love the design. I think it's very... You had the red black again, which like you had with Yukiko on the skirt. It works pretty well. Also her like Phantom version is just like crazy as all get out. Yeah, I like her a lot. I think she's pretty good. I would put her as a solid A. Honestly, there's a couple characters I don't really remember what they did. Like, I don't remember who this is at all. This is the one that's not fair. I like Futaba. I do. Traditional gamer girl, oversized coat. We were trying to get that, like, what does a Twitch streamer look like? I like her. I shouldn't. I think she's like that adorable, just adorable. Her Oracle version, it's not bad. A lot of it looks like they just slapped on some random stuff to make it kind of armored up. Yeah, I like her a lot. I was trying to, where's her dancing? Oh, see? Yeah, I'm definitely not, yeah, I'm not being, yeah. I'm not being fair with that, but, you know. Chihaya, hippie look. Probably would sell you some herbal remedies. Maybe want to read your fortune. She's okay. It's not bad. It's definitely not a bad look, if that is what you're going for. I think overall this color scheme does work with it pretty well, the pink and blue. It's alright. So I don't know much about Haru. I know for some reason a lot of people don't like her or make jokes about her. I know she's kind of preppy and rich. She's not bad. I don't really enjoy it. It's like the Chie look to it again with the coat. I really don't like her Phantom version either. The puffy pants, everything with it. It doesn't work for me. Honestly, yeah. Hifumi? Yeah. I have this real problem with the dominant looking ones. I think like that kind of traditional like in charge personality looking really works for me. I would put this pretty high, to be honest. I love the look. I love the design. Everything with it works for me. I'm gonna say I'd honestly put that as an S too. Ichiko, I don't really remember her too much. I know she's in it. Overall, looks okay. Everything's alright with it. Very just kind of There's nothing really remarkable. Tay. I don't know why this girl scares the crap out of me. Like, I understand she's a doctor, but nothing else about it makes sense. I don't know, everything creeps me out. Like, those shoes are not sanitary to be in a hospital. Ah, man, this is a tough one because she's so creepy. Looks-wise, she has that dominant personality again, looking. I do like the boots. Lab coat's at least a little bit different. That's a B. I hate it because this is another one of those I'm like, oh boy. The dominant look, the monotone actually works in this one. I do like the monotone version of the red eyes with the black. Definitely comes off as more villainous. And oh yeah, her villain version, I forgot about it. Yeah. I like her version, even her like live action version. Dominant personality looking, solid A. Sadeo, I remember her, she's like the school teacher. And I remember there is a lot like people love about her. She's got a very plain Jane look to her in this costume. But, let me see if they have it. It's this one that wins people over, I think. The maid and her personality in the game. I do like the maid version. If I'm going strictly off of this version, that's kind of creepy. If I'm going strictly off of this version, I'd give it a higher ranking. Oh boy. Well, you know what they say. S. These other two characters, I don't remember what they're from. This looks like this girl kind of. But I just don't really. This is. I don't remember this character either. You know what? I don't remember you, so you go there. So that's the list. Do you guys agree with it? Do you disagree? Is there other girls that you think look better in this game? Am I just way off base? If I am, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. Let me know what you think. Until next time, I'll catch you later.